Hey, go ahead. We're live.
We are live. Today is July 4th, 2021. And right now, this is, I don't know, I guess, maybe it's really hard to do a link here just because it is, oops, don't want to do any of that. I'm going to put a like here. And there are often people who put dislikes on my show, and I think it's someone accuses it saying that it's Joe who does it the whole time.
Oh, no. I've never done that.
Yes. You have been accused, by the way, but you say you never.
I will survive. I've suffered through worse rumors. There's a lot of rumors out there in this rumor world.
Yes.
But we are here celebrating the 4th of July, American independence, which couldn't be any bigger of a fraud, the concept in itself. But
now, yeah, we are celebrating American independence. I guess the signing of the man. My history is so, my mind has gone like. I am really trying to get off the caffeine kick, and I was taking about 2, sometimes 3 of those 5-hour energy drinks a day.
Well, it's to commemorate the signing of the Declaration of Independence, which was in July 4th. What year?
1776, baby.
1776. You know, within a few years after that, there was a major landmark law case that came down about cables and underwater cables specifically, and how underwater cables. I should probably look into this, but it's something to do with reaching land in America. It's what year was that? 1780.
And by the way, in 1976, the movie Rocky came out, and the fight the championship fight, the heavyweight championship fight, takes place on the 4th of July, 1776, and the film became an absolute blockbuster. It is the best, still the best of all of the Rocky films, the original. Can he go the 15 rounds to prove what he is, to prove his, I could say his manhood, or his, what he's worth. And to a degree, that is the American way. What can you prove? What can you prove in this nation? And to a degree, you're always up against it. You're always up against a bigger, stronger person. And what can you do in order? Like, how much can you train? And what can you do in order to defeat this monstrous society? And it doesn't matter where you're at. I mean, Joey, can you pick a better country, a country that America can look to as an example of how it should behave and how it should act?
Well, we're here, right?
That's true, but you've been in Korea.
Been in Korea, and you could probably get away with a lot over there, but they generally have a lot of restrictions on what you do see out and about. But I remember a lot of Westerners going there and easily finding writing gigs with local papers and writing some pretty controversial things. So you can get away with a lot there, but it's nothing like America, where it's all in our faces all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, now I understand that Korea.
Of course, that was also 20 years ago, so a lot's changed there too.
And I think crime is probably far less in Korea than it is in America.
It happens. I witnessed it there. It does happen.
Yeah, but it happens less.
Mm-hmm.
certainly know this. What kind of crime did you exhibit?
My friend's apartment got broken into a few days after we had gotten into a fight at a bar in Korea, and I think they may have followed us or found out where he lived, and turned up a few days later and ransacked the place. They completely screwed him up.
What was the fight over in the bar? Like, why did you get into a fight? Was it
So we sat down and we were talking to some of the Korean women in there, and the Korean locals, the men, didn't like it too much.
Mhm.
They thought we were having too much fun, I guess. And so we were leaving, and I was on the stairwell, and one of the Korean men spit on me, put a big loogie on my jacket. And I was looking up at him. I was about 10 steps down, like, why'd you do that? And out of nowhere, my Australian friend Tom came out of nowhere and decked the guy right in the face, just knocked him out, boom, on the ground, and then we just ran out of there and got out of that situation. But I have a feeling they found out who he was at the time, and were able to locate. I mean, it's just beyond coincidence that his apartment would get broken into a few days after that, but it happened.
Well, there's probably, there are American servicemen over there, and there's probably a lot of fight, angry men, because, servicemen are primarily males, and so there's probably a lot of fight about women over there, because a lot of times servicemen will go over there and try to pick up, because they're men are lonely and by nature we have carnal desires, so probably always trying to pick up on the women. I knew a man a Vietnam veteran, and he really admired the Korean soldiers that I guess that helped fight alongside them. Said they were very effective and very disciplined, and he was so impressed with them that he actually bought. What's the Korean car company? Hyundai, right?
Mm-hmm.
He actually bought a Hyundai motorcycle because he wanted to help out that country because he thought they were very effective in the fight in Vietnam, and he was still an anti-communist. And oh please, I'm gonna do that. I gotta put on my hat, Joey. Are you filming me as now? Yeah. So in the cars, the motorcycles at that time were not that well put together, although they put together a much more effective thing now. Now BLM has. There were a lot of K-poppers and people who are in Korea that have fallen for kind of this white supremacy CRT stuff, and it is rooted in Marxism. And it surprises me how many South Koreans have hooked onto this, and like a lot of Vietnamese and Koreans, not them personally, but their children seems to have been brainwashed into believing a lot of leftist ideologies that their parents would have just really roundly and harshly rejected. But it goes to show you how powerful our college system and our educational system is, that our Western educational system is, because this kind of philosophy of the CRT, the BLM philosophy, the racial minority power structure philosophy, it does primarily come out of America, and it's in Europe now. I mean, particularly along the Anglosphere, and it's also made its way into Asian countries. I think particularly in Korea, because this whole thing has been kind of westernized, but it's very anti-Western. By the way, speaking of K-pop, there have been protests by the way, Joey, of there was a fight in K-Town because there was essentially there was a transsexual person in one of the spas there, and she was, people could see her genitalia, and people were going kind of nuts. And I have the video of a situation there. Let me see if I still have that. My tweets and replies here. Things that I've tweeted out. I'm just looking further down. Oh, here we go. Now, wait, let me just. This is the video. It's only about 30 seconds. Yo! What the devil? And now I can't even. And it's. Here we go. Later. And what is going on here? Let me see. Is it
What
lying?
did you do?
I don't know what I did. It is something. It's completely blacked out. So what's going on here? Is there something I can?
Hold on. Just let it go.
All right, we're letting it go.
Keep talking.
All right, there we go. All right, let me just put this up.
Turn it
here.
down.
So we'll just turn this off. I wanted to kind of play the
piece of shit.
Now you see this.
Yo!
Now that guy was wearing Korean rooftops, because during the riots, the 1992 riots, there was a.
So he was wearing something that symbolized division.
I don't know if he was. Well, no, but
So
okay,
basically
he was at the spa protesting the conditions of the spa, because the Korean spa had to allow this transsexual into the female space, and there are people protesting that, and then there are there are counter protesters, probably like High Ridge Estates, that were counter protesting and assaulting the people who were.
Is High Ridge Estates an Antifa?
He might be. Antifa doesn't tell the truth that they're Antifa. I wonder if I enlarge this, it'll
Don't enlarge it. They can't see it.
So you see this now. Let's take a look. So she comes up to him and kicks him. So you're going to see this. You're going to see him getting kicked.
Piece of shit.
She hits him with a water bottle.
Yo!
Just came up and kicked me. Came up and kicked me down. Just beat the fuck out of her.
Look at his bottle.
She came up and kicked me.
That was on Brian. We got it on video. Watch the video.
Watch the video. She came up and kicked me.
And then they say that he's lying. Look at these monsters. They say that he's lying.
Well, did she connect with him?
Yeah, she kicked him.
I didn't see that. It happened very quickly.
I'd have to enlarge the video for you to see the full thing.
Just scroll back when it stopped. I don't see it. All right.
Because it doesn't show it like without.
Come on, scroll forward. All right.
This is the beginning.
Piece of shit.
Okay, let me see if I.
First of all, why don't we see the face? I mean, why are we not seeing the face? Why aren't we seeing these?
It's not on the budget.
It's not going to work doing that.
Why not?
I don't know why not.
So it doesn't work to enlarge. I think I'll send
It's
this.
a terrible video. You can't really see
But no.
it.
When you enlarge it, you see the fact that.
It's like a UFO video.
Well, okay. When you enlarge the video, you actually see her she actually approached him and went to kick him, and then he
Defended himself
Yeah.
with the water bottle.
Yeah. And these people lie, and they're vicious individuals, and
Liar.
we see examples of this all over the place, where people go in and they're a group, and if they go to defend themselves, they're the ones that are attacked. I mean, they're the ones that are arrested. There's a case in New York where a gentleman went to defend himself, and he was arrested. So, yeah, that's it. So, Joey, what does America mean to you?
All right. So America means a lot. I should be asking you that question.
Yeah.
America. Let me ask you this: is America the same as the United States of America?
No.
And so, what comprises America?
Well, the United States of America.
No. What comprises America?
Well, America can be comprised. I mean, like if you say America, you could also include Latin America with that. So you can
South America.
and you know,
And
Central, South, and Latin America. I mean,
and
Latin America in general, which is both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what happened in 1776? So why so do you know the discovery doctrine? That might be something to learn about, because the idea of America
Mm-hmm.
and its natives
Mm-hmm.
was long before the discovery of the United States of America. Right?
Really? Okay. Okay.
Oh, it existed before the United States of America. We know this. America lies underneath, and the United States is an idea.
Yes.
And we were able to draw boundaries between states because of the discovery doctrine. Discovery doctrine didn't allow for claiming these territories if they were already Christian and or colonized.
Mm-hmm.
So, hello to Manny. Yes.
Manny.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Anyways, so when I think of America, the United States of America, I always think of it as an idea.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
That sounds.
But but that's what makes America different than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And because
it's not conquest ethics. This is more like this is through legal channels. There's a discovery doctrine. They were able to claim territories that were already people here. It wasn't like they just came to the land and there was nobody here. There were natives here, but had they claimed the land? Not yet. So I think that's where the discrepancy is. So to me, that's kind of like America was this kind of idea.
America's had many changes, The United States has had many changes to its doctrines and many variations. And when people say we're the land of the free, my whole thing is you're free to starve. You're free to.
You're free to spend your time and energy on.
You're free to die. You're free to spend your time on energy, but that doesn't mean you're going to get fed. And if you're born, if you're born with an abusive family, what does freedom mean to you if you have an abusive family and you have no skills and no one really cares about you? Well, you're free, I guess, but you're really free to starve and kind of live on your own to a degree. We do have a safety net. And some people say in the Constitution, the words general welfare refers to helping out those that are less fortunate. I could be wrong on that. I don't know if it means that, but that's what individuals have said. And America means different things to different people. America, to a lot of people who have made it, and particularly foreigners who have come here with nothing and have built themselves up and become rich. America means something quite different than someone who's born here and lived here and maybe suffered under an abusive family and is living on the streets and living paycheck to paycheck. America to them is a very oppressive capitalistic society. And there are some others who grew up in a loving family and, maybe served in the military or whatnot and have a proud tradition. And, they've been able to get a beautiful wife or a husband, and America means everything great to them. And to others, America means oppression. I mean, America means different things to different types of people, I don't think I think at this point in time, there is no true consensus of what America means in America. I mean, what the United States of America means anymore. It means a lot of different things.
People just need to learn the language. I think it's a forgotten skill. Civil rights put us under Roman jurisdiction, for lack of a better word.
Well, civil, but and the truth is, even if you understand the words or think you understand the words, people are going to come up with their different meanings and different philosophies on what they believe it means. People, human beings are like that. I mean, we come in with human beings.
That's the scary part, by the way. Words do change meaning.
Yeah,
it's happened many times.
And they will say, but it has always meant this. We just didn't know it at the time. But people come in to this world with their basic desires, with their with their primal. We all have primal desires, and sometimes we have to hide that. We have to gaslight for it, and pretend that the beautiful girl, we don't want to get with her because we want to be cool, and we're trying to hide our true intentions and our true feelings. And human beings are a complex bunch. And
people didn't believe me when we saw the rise of QAnon. Mm-hmm. And I was involved in a group where we were discussing the ideas in 2019, Brian.
Yeah.
We were discussing the ideas of quarantine and the meanings and how the meaning of words and even letters can change literally overnight. And we had this discussion. So when QAnonymous came to become what it became, it kind of already peaked and then was discredited as alt-right. But they were discredited. But when Q was really pumping out information, mm-hmm. and I was saying, that is a scam, that is a lie. Don't use your own head, use your own common sense, think for yourselves, don't become part of the group think. That was just a couple of short years ago, and I was considered a pariah. People came at me for that.
Yeah.
And then once they were finally publicly discredited, then it was like people finally let up. But did I ever, did anybody shake my hand for saying that? No, I don't expect that to happen either.
Yeah.
But I was right all along. So, these things do happen, but you may not. You may think you understand the language, but you truly do not. And so people ask me all the time, are politicians honest? And I said that they don't lie. I think they just speak a language you don't understand, and that's got people all up in arms now. Can you do your shopping after we're done? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? You just ordered a skinny pack?
It's protein. Or it's not,
It's popcorn. It stinks.
I think it's rather good for me.
Skinny Pop.
Skinny Pop is what I'm ordering. Yeah.
This show is not brought to you by Skinny Pop.
No, you're right. And now that you because I was listening to you as you said.
Go ahead. We're talking about word meanings and America.
Word meanings, America. Yeah, people are primal, but the one thing we do have, we used to have, is freedom of speech and freedom of thought.
Mm-hmm.
But
we did. When we started our podcast 10 years ago, we could say popcorn is total fart. Thank you, Mandy.
Mandy, when we go to the
Total.
when,
You know, I had a fat high school teacher,
Mm.
Mr. Shagan, and he said, "You guys can eat in here." We were all so happy. He said, "But I have a strict rule. There's 2 things you cannot eat in my classroom:
Mm.
popcorn and bananas." So we were able to. Anyways, I don't know why I thought of that, except that popcorn does stink pretty bad.
popcorn stinks. What are you talking about?
Popcorn's awful smelling. Are you kidding me?
You know, when you go to the movies, you never got a big bowl of popcorn.
But that's like popcorn with butter and salt all over it. What? What do you want, High Ridge Estates? Come on now, what? Speak your mind or shut up.
Yeah.
By the way, you do have a link if anybody wants to join us and disagree with Brian. It's so easy to do. You just get in here and say, "You're wrong."
You can do that right now. Yeah, I challenge anybody to challenge me.
All right. Now you're going to order food again? Are you serious?
I'm gonna order.
Is that Katie Hill ice cream?
No, I'm not gonna do that. It's not healthy for me.
Can you do this after? Really? I mean, it takes 5 minutes. Just do it when you're done. And I am glad you're using Instacart. Makes things easier.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah. I don't think
convenience and pleasure all blended together right here on Transparency and Merit.
Yes. So I'm ordering food as we speak. We're going. You know, we're going to discover new and interesting things. I am having. By the way,
did you ever see the video of Mandy when she bought popcorn for me? She was running to me and she fell. Okay, go on. Sorry, go ahead.
Right.
Now Brian's thoroughly annoyed because I've cut him off 10 times.
Well,
because he's wrong all the time.
But yeah, you know, I mean, I've discovered a few things. You know, human beings are, and like I said, they're primal, and
that works.
The stop for free speech.
Mm-hmm.
It's very primal to not want that.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you'll name it anything because it goes against your values. But yeah, I mean, people will get violent with things they don't like and speech they don't like, and that's been done on both the right and the left over the years.
When does that happen in real life, Brian?
What do you mean in real life? It happens all the time, Joey.
It happens on YouTube all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. Get out of here.
I disagree. I absolutely disagree.
Boof.
We witnessed it ourselves when we were, Joe and I, 10 years ago, we were at the Occupy. There was Occupy Wall Street. And I don't know if we have that video anymore, but Occupy Wall Street had several protests, and one of them was in LA. And we went to.
Well, they were regional. They're all over. They were at the city halls all across the country. We went, and we got accosted by a dude.
Yeah.
But he had already had like a broken arm, but he still looked scary.
No, he had fight. He had fighting raps.
That's what it was.
He had wraps on for fight. You know, when you box, they put wraps around your hand. So he looked like he was ready to kind of go. And there's no reason for him to have those wraps on his hand, only to protect his knuckles from punching. So he looked like he could have been kind of an Antifa member, which is kind of shitty and kind of pissed me off. But what can you do? I mean, we looked like we were messing around. I actually had.
We had 2 signs.
Yeah, because they had protest signs, and one of them was "I want mine, give me, give me, give me," and the other one was "Where's the bathroom? I need to take a shit." And
those were great signs.
Yeah, I wish we'd have gone earlier, but Joey was farting around too much. But hey,
eating popcorn.
Yeah. But yeah, and I'm desperate to order more food, but I won't do that.
Tim Pool is the biggest nonsensical, fear-mongering, ridiculous YouTuber that's out there. He's in my top 10 of biggest shill, idiot, mainstream media, talking head losers that I'll never give any credit to. Brian loves him.
And the thing of it is, I think what Joey and I need to do is we're going to go on other, like Rumble and other sites, so we can basically look at different podcasters and different people and discuss why. Because I think Tim Pool is, he's red pilling America as we speak. I think he's the greatest red pillar.
By the way, I do like to look good. I like to dress up and look nice. I'm very sad that our society has degenerated into this awful mess. So dressing up, there's like less and less incentive every year.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're right. And but by the way, I found out about Minds through Tim Pool, and Minds had kicked me off for whatever reason.
Scott's been black pilled.
He knows about the black pill. There's a Russian guy who does black pill. So we're going to listen to other things, and we're going to we hope to review certain things and give our honest opinion on this. And, we have different opinions. And the thing is, we believe in freedom. The one thing I think Joe and I both believe in is the First Amendment, the right to speak your mind. And today people believe freedom of speech does not have, doesn't come without freedom of consequences. And that's really a shitty thing, to give people consequences for saying things. And it only goes one way, because there are plenty of people who can say shit and not get harmed. Anyway, Joe, is there anything to add before we end this puppy?
Did you know that I have not eaten today? I will not be eating. I'm on a full-on, on the 4th of July, I'm doing a fast, if you can believe it or not. Okay. Oh, Mandy, well, you came and you gave without taking, but you sent me away. Oh, Mandy, well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking.
Yes.
And I need you today, oh, Mandy.
Yeah. You know what? We appreciate anyone, and we appreciate a person that's non-aggressive. Food is for fat people, and I am fat.
I agree. Lunch is for rich people. Food is for fat people.
That is correct. All right, guys. So subscribe, leave a comment down below. Visit our website.
Get naked. It's the 4th of July.
And Minds, please put me back on. I deserve it.
You got yourself canceled from Minds.
Yeah.
The crappy, like a website nobody knows of, you're already canceled?
That might be true. Hey, guys, subscribe, leave a comment down below, perhaps, and go to our website, transparencyandmerit.com.
What does America mean to you? Leave a comment.
Yeah, what does America mean to you? Anyway, thank you for listening.